Hi everyone, welcome to Weekly Market Insights. I am your RV Raju Angadi Vishwanath. Come, let's have a sneak into the trade setups for the final week of May 2024. The exciting bulls are taking it for a ride and the markets are on a stupendous rise. We are seeing a big rise in the markets. What to expect before the election results week and the last week of May? The earnings season have turned up and the markets are in a no tiring bullish zone. What can happen and how the trend is going to set in for the markets? The Nifty, Bank Nifty, Fin Nifty, Sensex, Mid Cap Nifty analysis and few of the stocks which we are going to discuss this week. Before getting into that, last week we had discussed few stocks, IRB. So stock has inched up, IEX has achieved even power grid 320 levels have been touched. Hindustan Unilever is in a range. Gale is still on a verge of a breakout. So the bullish trend has been continuing and IRB has hit the 75-76 zones, which we have discussed in the last week's session, and the Nifty as well as the other indices levels also we have discussed, and upside 2280 above 23,000 can be 22,830, 840 above. We can retest the levels and 47,700 above. In fact, 48,300 above. Bank Nifty can hit 48,900. So those levels have been revisited in the last week. So this week we are going to be very objective as it's a volatile week and the wicks have risen. I'm going to share the wicks chart. India wicks. So India's volatility index have been on the rise. 2170, it has hit the 24 levels. So about 20 or 18 volatility is set to rise. In the coming week also volatility can be on a higher zone due to the election scenario. So the markets are at the crucial trend deciding levels. What to expect overall? The longer term target for the Nifty 23,500 to 23,950 or 24,000 zones are on the verge to be achieved. Well, buy the rumors, sell the news can be the scenario. Even in the best case scenario of the elections, there might not be a much of a excitement rally or any rise unless before the election results. So we would be trading on an objective note. Let's come to the point-to-point analysis for the Nifty. 22,840 to 740 is a support zone. Clearly mentioning 22,840 to 740 is the support zone. Once we break 22,740, we are heading lower. Until then, the cluster of momentum is going to be on the positive note. 22,840 to 740 upside. 23,100 holds to be the minor resistance and 23,100 to 120. If we cross that, 23,500 levels can be revisited in the Nifty in the week ahead. Else the consolidation may continue. So that's the viewpoint on the Nifty. While coming to the Bank Nifty, we have closed almost on a closing basis all-time high. On a weekly note, well, 49,300 becomes a resistance for the Bank Nifty. 49,300. Let me have a show on the charts. So on a weekly close, we have closed literally on an all-time high. The weekly highest close what we have seen is 48,923. Now 48,971 is the weekly high closing. On a daily basis, the highest close would be 49,424. So 49,300 to 400 becomes a resistance for the bank nifty. Once we take out that 50,200, 300 levels could be visited last week due to the RBI's announcement of liquidity injection in the form of a dividend to the government, the next forming government, 2.11 lakh crores, can take the markets. In fact, financials have risen due to that reason, and it can continue with the rise. So the bank nifty 48,600, 650 becomes the first initial support. Below that 48,300 and 48,100 is a major support levels. Watch out these levels objectively. And on the upside, 49,300 to 400, we cross 50,200 to 50,400 levels can be tested in the banks. In fact, that can even take the trigger higher, and banks can inch towards 60,000 zones. The possibility is there on a positive outcome and the trend setting of the elections, if that is going to happen. What about the Fin Nifty? 22,000, 22,100 becomes a resistance. Above that, 22,400 to 500 levels can be tested. Fin Nifty looks to be on a 1-2-1-2 third wave advance. So until 21,400 is not taken out, in fact 21,500 to 450 is take on a downside is a very major support. Now 21,660 becomes an important support. Below that 21,500 to 450, upside 22,100 and 22,400 levels can be tested. Dips could be bought in the Fin Nifty until the levels are held on. We are clearly seeing a previous day's low is not been taken and the close is above the previous day's high, so the momentum is on a bullish note. What about the Sensex? Well, the last Friday session we have seen a shooting star in the Sensex as well as the Nifty, but the outright trend, when it seems to be bullish, even if it consolidates for a day or two, need to watch out. 74,970 means 75,000 is one base for the Sensex. 75,000 below 74,600 to 800 becomes important support. 74,600 below, definitely we are getting weaker on the Sensex. So above 76,000 we are going to get much more bullish, outright bullish. That's the viewpoint on the Sensex. Currently we are trading at 75,410. Then we'll discuss the major key index where the small traders are there. The mid cap Nifty 11,500 to 600 is a major resistance. Why? Although we are seeing a continuously higher top, higher bottoms on the stocks front, the close is on the higher note, and expanding triangle, one of the toughest patterns to trade with, is happening with the mid cap Nifty. The trend reversal would happen below 11,300. Definitely the previous four candles low, 11,000, three candles low, 11,300 to 250, important support is there. If that is taken out, then we are heading much lower. On the upside, 11,500 to 600 becomes a major resistance. Until that is not crossed, we will be on a cautious note. 11,500 to 600. Watch out the mid cap Nifty very carefully. Expanding triangle reversal happens, it has to be very strong and shift, and it has to come back to the lower levels of 10,000 in the mid cap Nifty. So watch out these levels and act accordingly. Start selling below 11,390. On a first confirmation, 11,250 below. Second confirmation, positional shorts can be built in the mid cap. So that's on the index analysis front. Today I am going to share a couple of charts and the trick of the Elliott waves. of the Fibonacci, how it works, of one or two stocks which are perfectly in sync with the charts, and also stocks of the week. Before getting into the stocks of the week, if you like the video, do subscribe to our YouTube channel Traderz Hut, follow us on the Twitter handle and also on the Facebook page Traderz Hut. If you would like to avail our advisory services or a live trading room or even the premium services of Options Zeta workshop, you would like to learn trading options, do get in touch with us. Below are the link and the contact details. So that's a brief about us. Let's come back to the objectivity and the session. Starting with the stocks of the week, Davis Lab. Davis Lab looks good. A shooting star and a very good results after the markets. How the market takes the results would be the matter. 4,175 or 200 above. We start in an open 4,600, 620 levels can be seen with a stop loss of 4,040 or 4,120. If in case gap up happens on the Monday session based on the results, the momentum would gain on the higher note and the trajectory. So watch out the levels. Selling well below 4,000. Let's see if the stock trades. The weakness can persist towards 3,700. It's a conditional basis buy. Davis Lab looks good on the charts. Torrent Pharma, how the market takes. Also the results are out for the Torrent Pharma. Once we cross 2660 and 2700 levels, Torrent Pharma can hit 3000 levels. Else, if the selling has to continue 2580 below, we can head lower 2500 or 400 levels can be seen in the Torrent Pharma. So basically conditional basis 2665, 27 above by Torrent Pharma. Gale, again conditional basis buy. We are taking very few and selected stocks to trade with 3 to 4 stocks as the markets are in a very nearby election results trajectory. 212 above the momentum can gain in the Gale. So watch out the stock. 212 above 240, 250 levels can be touched in the Gale. Even ONGC also in that note looks good. About 286 to 88. 86 to 88 is crossed. We are heading towards 320 zones in the ONGC. Let's have a sneak into the Axis Bank as well, which is one of the good charts. So is what we see. Axis Bank until 1,140 to 150 holds by the Axis Bank. The support is 1,140 to 150. If it holds by and 1,180, 85, about 1,250 and 1,300 levels can be seen in the Axis Bank. That's the bullish outright tone on the Axis Bank. So that's few of the stocks which we are discussed. And now I'm going to share a couple of stocks which are perfectly in sync with the Elliott waves, a learning perspective. We are seeing a chart of Apollo Tyres. Apollo Tyres has hit the clear wave 3 advanced completion of the cycle degree, as we are seeing it clearly on the charts here. Apollo Tyres. This is one of the educational viewpoint which I would like to share. The first wave 1 of a larger degree, wave 2 of a larger degree, then the wave 3. So wave 3 extension exactly 550 from 73 levels for the Apollo tires is 161.8. From there we are seeing a retracement now. 440 and 370 becomes a very important cluster points, 440 to 370. So 440 holds and we see the impulse. Next move of advance would come in the stock in the form of a wave 5 of a larger degree around 700 zones. Stock can hit a big threshold. So until then the consolidation range, once we cross even 517 levels, the upside can be seen. That's the magic of waves. So see exactly how we are seen perfectly touch the 161.8 in the Apollo tires. The waves what we are going to explain with the fifth clusters. This is the impulse what we are seeing. See, we are seeing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 completion. Then the ABC decline in a larger degree in the form of wave 2, as wave 2 is steep. Now here we are seeing again the same impulse advance. The steeper the advance, it's clearly ends the clusters of the 5 waves. So that's one of the examples which I wanted to share with the Elliott waves, the small learning. And also now I would like to add the disclaimer in the sense, if you stock market investments are subject to market risk. Please read the related documents carefully before trading or investing. I am Sir Rajwangadi Vishwanath, a SEBi registered research analyst. Please do consult your individual financial advisor and do your own risk profiling analysis. I am a short-term trader. I may own some of the positions in index and stock options too. So the disclaimer I have added, please do your own risk profiling analysis while trading and investments. That's it for the week. Have a happy and prosperous trading week ahead. We'll be back again next week. Signing off for now, your RV.